Hey everybody, this is GGB. We're getting into the first conference championship here, guys. We got the Big Ten Bengals gonna travel. Actually, I'm sorry, the Big Ten Bengals are at home. We get Houday home field advantage, but the ACC Buccaneers are not gonna go out without a fight. It's gonna be kind of crazy. This is the possibility of being a really, really great football game. Like, insanely good. This could be one of the best games of this entire tournament. There's just such a possibility. The ACC defense has the ability to be great, but obviously anyone who's watched this Big Ten offense knows that it has the potential to be insanely good. Big Ten Bengals gonna kick away for the first part of this. Robbie Gould out there to kick this ball away. By the way, for the divisional round, I went back and I checked, and the rosters were a little bit messed up depth chart wise. I don't know why how they got messed up, honestly, because I swear I fixed them to be right, but I fixed them back. So the good news for the Big Ten, your punter is actually a punter now. Yeah, Robbie Gould's not starting at punter. Don't even know why I would default to that, considering Robbie Gould is way worse of a punter overall. But, sometimes Madden does Madden things. It just does what it wants. And honestly, based. This is going to be kicked off by Robbie Gould. This is going to be returnable by Jalen Ramsey at the front of the end zone. He takes it out. He brings it up to the 15, up to the 25-yard line. He stumbles, 24-yard line. They mark him. And the first player to sit on this football field is Lamar Jackson, ladies and gentlemen. And Lamar Jackson's looking for a chance to go and win his second Conference of Champions championship and be named the best conference once again. The ACC doesn't have anything to worry about. Neither does the Big Ten. Big Ten's actually going to add teams. The team that had things to worry about was the Big 12 and the Pac-12, which is still alive, facing the SEC in the next game. It's going to be interesting. The Pac-12 is going to lose USC and UCLA in a couple years. The Big Ten's going to add those players, so that's going to be interesting. Shotgun for Lamar Jackson. One tight end set. They're going to go pass here. He scrambles out of the pocket. He's going to get sacked. On the edge is Joey Bosa setting the edge. Joey Bosa starts off the game with a big sack on 1st and 10. And, yeah, this is the way you wanted to start if you're the Big Ten Bengals. And, honestly, that defensive line is so good for the Big Ten. Literally, there is no weak spot on it. Every single player, well, actually, sometimes they don't have their certain pass rush formation on. The defensive tackle position is not the strongest in the world for the Big Ten. Sebastian Joseph Day they're not the strongest, but when they have their certain pass rushing formation in, man, is it just all great across the line. Empty set here, takes a snap, 4-man rush. He actually has time. He scrambles out of the pocket to his left. He has some running room in front of him. He's going to take it. He's going to bring it to about the 32-yard line, 13-yard gain on that rush. Brings up a 3rd and 3. And yeah, this is what you got to worry about if you're the Big Ten. Lamar Jackson has an elite scrambling ability about him. And he's running in the ACC Bucs offense. Weirdly enough, it's going to be the last year we're going to see the ACC be a Buccaneer. Todd Bowles, I believe, is going to coach the Conference USA team next year. But under center is Lamar Jackson. One tight end set, it looks like. He's going to go pass, actually, here. He's going to fire it. It's going to be caught for the first down up to the 41-yard line. 9-yard gain on that play. Pass out to Darren Waller. Darren Waller is an extremely good threat. And honestly, the ACC, it's a weird football team. You have some great players at the top. Darren Waller is a phenomenal receiver. Obviously, DeAndre Hopkins is an elite receiver in his own right. But then after that, there's a significant drop-off in talent, with the next best receiver being Mike Williams, who's not a bad receiver by any means, but it's weird. The ACC is a weird football team. Under center is Lamar Jackson. He's going to take the snap, hand off to Dalvin Cook. He has a hole up the middle. He's going to bring it to about the 44-yard line, only a 3-yard rush on that play. Big play up the middle is the Big Ten Bengal Levante David. Levante David out of the University of Nebraska, by the way. And honestly, anyone who's wondering, for instance, Levante David, the biggest one I have to give you is Myles Garrett played at Texas A&M, right? When he played at Texas A&M, they were still in the Big 12. But he's an SEC player because Texas A&M is in the SEC now. That's just how it works. Under center is Lamar Jackson. 2 tight end set once again. He's going to go play action to Dalvin Cook. He has a lot of time. He's going to scramble. Gets right past the defensive line. He's going to get it all the way to the 47-yard line of the other team. And honestly, it seems like the best offense so far is Lamar just taking the ball on a normal play and just running the ball. Unfortunately for him, Bruce Arians is calling the offense, thinking that in his head Tom Brady's at quarterback because that's who he's normally coaching for. And the coaches really don't change their play calls taking into consideration who's at quarterback. They just normally just call plays thinking whoever's at quarterback, which is why when the MAC was the Ravens, they would always run options with Big Ben Roethlisberger because they thought he was Lamar Jackson. They bring their Lamar Jackson under center. They're going to hand off up the middle. Dalvin Cook is going to quickly stopped for a loss of a yard on that play. I don't know who that is, but he is so happy. He is just sprinting full speed to the end zone. What a crazy man. But big stop there by the Big Ten Bengals. 12 minutes and 1 second left in this first quarter. And I got to finish this tonight, actually. I'm going to try and get this game, this recording out, and I'm going to try and get the Super Bowl out tonight. I'm not out. I'm going to try and record them both because I'm leaving for college tomorrow, guys. But unfortunately, I won't be able to get the gameplay done on that end unless I record it tonight. So under center here is Lamar Jackson. Trips to the bottom of the set, 2nd and 11 coming up on the first drive of the game. Takes the snap, 4-man rush, he fires it. It's going to be caught to the 41-yard line is, I believe, Mike Williams on that play. Mike Williams is the man with the catch here. I'm going to be interested how they handle it. The Big Ten has a pretty great defense, so guarding D-Hop is probably going to be their number one priority, and I'm going to be interested if they try to get it to D-Hop here. Empty set for Lamar Jackson. Shotgun, obviously, takes the snap. 4-man rush for the Big Ten. Eventually, pressure. He fires it deep, though, and that's going to be caught by Mike Williams down to the 3-yard line. Great pass by Lamar. Puts it right where it needs to be, and Mike Williams gets a huge play all the way down to the 3-yard line. Great catch there by Mike Williams. And like I said, their D-Hop's going to be drawing a lot of attention on these downs, so is Darren Waller. So Mike Williams getting open is rather crucial. He beats Micah Hyde on his corner route. And while Hyde eventually gets the tackle, it does bring up a 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. They bring 2 tight ends out here, under center. Actually, it looks like 3 tight ends. Under center is Lamar Jackson. You're going to go pass here, actually. Fires it to the end zone. This is going to be touchdown to DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins gets the first score of the game. And I would say very good drive by the ACC Buccaneers. I thought it might be quickly stopped when Joey Bosa got that sack on first down, but the first play of the game. But Lamar Jackson leads his team on a great opening statement drive down the football field. And that's what you want to do if you're the ACC Buccaneers. If you want to prove your ability, you got to drive down that football field. And they did a great job of that. So out is Harrison Butker to try this one out. Holding is, I believe, Deshaun Watson. I believe he's the backup quarterback for this football team. The great lover of women, Deshaun Watson. But great opening drive by Lamar Jackson. And I'm going to be interested to see how Tom Brady responds to that. Tom Brady has an elite offense. All that talent. The offensive line's great. The running game has the possibility of being really great with Jonathan Taylor. And the receiving game is obviously phenomenal with George Kittle, Stephon Diggs, Chris Godwin, Terry McLaurin, and Michael Thomas, all in the receiving corps for this football team. Kick is off by Harrison Butker, and it is going to be returnable by, I'm trying to remember, I think it's Stephon Diggs that returns these kicks. But out onto the football field comes Tom Brady. And they want to win this football game. Tom Brady has to have a great game because the fact is, it is really quarterback against quarterback, and Lamar Jackson just showed what he has to offer on the first drive of the game. Obviously, the Big Ten Bengals defense will hopefully change their scheme a little bit, be better against the scramble. of Lamar Jackson, because that was the most deadly play that Lamar had, is his ability to scramble out of the pocket. Okay, shotgun here is Tom Brady. Beside him, Jonathan Taylor. Takes a snap. 3-man rush by the ACC. As Tommy fires it underneath to George Kittle, is going to pick up the first down. So, yeah. This is kind of what I expected to see from the Big Ten. They didn't really take any shots against the AAC. They never really needed to. But just like the dink and dunk routes for like 10, 15, 20 yards, it was enough to pick up first downs. And really, they didn't need to test themselves any more than that. Now, the ACC, you should try to take that away, because a lot of these players, that's what they do best. You're looking at Michael Thomas, Terry McLaurin. Shotgun here for Tom Brady. One tight end set. He takes a snap, 4-man rush. He fires it quickly to George Kittle. George Kittle catches it for about a 5-yard gain. And right now, George Kittle seems to be the go-to man for Tom Brady. Definitely developing a little bit of a relationship there. Kendall Fuller there with the tackle. They have yet to go run here, so it's kind of interesting. Trips to the top of the set. Under center is Tom Brady. They're going to go pitch to the outside of Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor trucks his way for a first down. Looked like it could be a loss of some, and Jonathan Taylor turns that into a gain of 6. Great play made there by Jonathan Taylor. And the Big Ten Bengals already at midfield, and you're kind of seeing what this game's going to look like. Honestly, both these defenses are really, really good. And but the offenses of both these teams are really good. So I think this is honestly one of the better matchups we could have gotten. It's just, these are two great football teams that have chances of winning if they make it past this round. Tom Brady takes the snap, 4-man rush. He has time. He fires it over the middle. It's going to be caught by, you guessed it, George Kittle down to the 43-yard line. 2nd and 3 coming up. George Kittle gets his third catch of the ball game. George Kittle right now, easily Tom Brady's favorite target. Yeah, this has a possibility of being a really interesting game. Shotgun for Tom Brady once again. Jonathan Taylor led up beside him. Takes the snap, handoff to Jonathan Taylor up the middle. He's going to run his way, and I believe actually stands back up and gets 4 more yards out of it. Jonathan Taylor gets to the 39-yard line. Great run there by Jonathan Taylor. Picks up 1st and 10, though. Here they go, is the Big Ten Bengals on a great opening drive. Empty set for Tom Brady, 5-man wide. They bring a 3-man rush on him. He has plenty of time. He fires it underneath to, you guessed it, George Kittle, who trucks his way down to the 31-yard line. Gain of 8 yards. Actually, 9 yards on that play. They mark him. But really, other than George Kittle, they've done a phenomenal job of covering up all the receivers. But George Kittle just getting wide open. The matchup against the linebacker or safety or whatever, Tom Brady obviously likes. Tight formation here. Shotgun for Tom Brady. He's going to go handoff to Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor cuts his way up the middle to the 26-yard line, gain about 5 on the play, and obviously a first down. And this is the possibility of an offensive just shootout between both these football teams. Could be go really quickly, too, by the way. If there's only 3 possessions or 2 possessions every quarter, This could be a really quick game, actually, which would be nice because I got to record the championship game also tonight. So 7 minutes left to go, over halfway through this first quarter of action. Shotgun for Tom Brady, the 26-yard line. He's going to go handoff to Ezekiel Elliott. Zeke's going to power his way, gets off a tackle for about a 4-yard gain. A lot of effort there for a 4-yard gain, but this defense is really good. So keep that in mind. It's just, I guess the matchup against George Kittle obviously favors George Kittle because George Kittle's an elite tight end. So it's going to be tough to cover him. Brings up a 2nd and 6 from the 22-yard line. I like the Big Ten's getting both of their both of their running backs involved here, in Jonathan Taylor and Ezekiel Elliott. And honestly, both of them have the ability to be very productive backs. 2 tight ends set here for Tom Brady. Shotgun, receiver spread out. He's going to go hand off to Jonathan Taylor up the middle. Jonathan Taylor forces his way for a 5-yard gain. Brings up a 3rd and 1 from the 17-yard line. And great opening drive here by the Big Ten. Chance to get a first down and have a great chance of punching this ball into the end zone, tying the game. Empty set here, actually, for Tom Brady. Interesting call for the Bengals. He takes the snap, fires it quickly to the outside. It's going to be caught for the first catch of the ball game by a guy not named George Kittle. picks up the first down is Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs, his first catch of 3 yards. Justin Simmons with the second tackle of the ball game. And just like that, they get a first down. I was it's weird that they didn't call a run there, but, I mean, go quick out to Stephon Diggs. I would also have faith in that picking up the first down, especially when Justin Simmons is covering him. Not that Justin Simmons is a bad player, but I just don't. Outside of Jalen Ramsey, I don't really trust anyone to be able to cover Stephon Diggs. Shotgun for Tom Brady once again looks like possibly a blitz by the ACC. They bring a 5-man rush. Tom Brady actually has time. He fires it. It's going to be caught on the edge by Stephon Diggs to the 5-yard line. Brings up a 2nd and 2. And if he stayed in bounds, that has the possibility at least picking up the first down. Maybe if he's lucky getting into the end zone. 2nd and 2 coming up. 5-yard line. 5.5 minutes left to go in this game, guys. Actually, left in this quarter. I'm sorry. But 5.5 minutes left to go from the 5-yard line. Great chance to punch it in if you're the Big Ten Bengals and tie this game up. And this game could easily depend on who has the ball for last. Could easily be the way this game is going. 3 tight end set. Under center is Tom Brady. Jonathan Taylor back there. Going to hand off to Jonathan Taylor. He's going to get tackled just short of that first down marker to the 4-yard line. 3rd and 1 coming up. An interesting choice here. Obviously, they went pass last time on 3rd and 1. And obviously, the defensive line has been doing a pretty great job in the run game of holding that offensive line up. Brings 3rd and 1. Interesting choice here. I'd probably go handoff to Jonathan Taylor once again up the middle and just try and power our way for a first down. Tom Brady, Bengals actually go shotgun here. Looks like probably a blitz by the ACC. Trips to the top of the set. He takes the snap. 5-man rush. He has time, though. He fires it to the back of the end zone. This is going to be caught for the touchdown by Terry McLaurin, I think. Actually, Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas catches his first receiving touchdown of the game. And barring an extra point, missed by Robbie Gould. This is going to be a tie ball game. Great pass there by Tom Brady. Finding Michael Thomas wide open in the back of the end zone. And it's just there's a lot of people to cover if you're the ACC Bengals. There's a lot of threats on this offensive side of the ball. Booth review, we're going to see if Michael Thomas actually got both feet in bounds. And if he didn't, that would be a pretty huge turning point in this game because it'd be 4th and 1, and you'd have to make a choice. I think he got both feet down. We'll see. Let me see slow motion. I think, if he had the ball before, if he didn't gain possession while his right foot was down, then that's going to be incomplete. I couldn't really see the ball from this angle. Probably going to be upheld. It is upheld, I believe. I believe it's upheld. I think it is going to be upheld. It is, and onto the field, trucks the field goal kickers. Unless they, for some reason, go for 2, which would make no sense. But Robbie Gould's out there to kick this one through the uprights. Russell Wilson out there to hold. Kick is up, and it is good by Robbie Gould, making it a tie ball game. And each of these drives took up a lot of clock, honestly. Those were all very long drives for the football teams. But 4 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in this first quarter of action. And I bet we end on yet another long drive by the offense of the ACC. Robbie Gould out there to kick it off once again. I'm actually really interested to see which team's going to be moving on here. Both these teams are really, really good football teams, and both have a great chance of winning it all here. It's going to be returnable by Jalen Ramsey. He brings it up to the 20, 25. He stumbles his way to about the 26-yard line. Was going to stumble for further, but the Big Ten Bengal guys stopped him at the 26-yard line, turned him back. And Lamar Jackson leads his team back onto the football field after a great drive previously. We'll see if he can maybe match what he just did. 4.5 minutes left to go in this first quarter of action before I have to say goodbye to you all until the second quarter. Yeah, 4.5 minutes left in this first quarter. Obviously, Lamar Jackson kind of killed it last drive. Let's see if he can match that ability. Shotgun. Dalvin Cook lined beside him, trips to the bottom of the set. He's going to go pass here, but he gets sacked Big sack off the edge by T.J. Watt. And yeah, this is what you got to worry about if you're the ACC. They have an elite defensive line in getting after you in pass rushing situations, whether it's T.J. Watt or J.J. Watt up the middle or Joey Bosa from the other side. They have some great pass rushers coming at you at all times. So you have to be very wary of scrambling if you're Lamar Jackson. Make sure you don't get too close to them. But 2nd and 17, this is how their last drive started, I like to point out. So not quite a great sign for the Big Ten Bengals. Shotgun for Lamar Jackson, 2 tight end set, obviously. They bring a blitz. Lamar Jackson scrambles away, but he's only able to get it to about the 22-yard line, only a gain of 3. So brings up a 3rd and 14, and if they don't pick this up, this could be our first punt of the ball game, guys, by the ACC. I believe Bradley Pinion is their punter. Yeah, big down here coming up. Shotgun for Lamar Jackson, 1 tight end set. Cook lined up beside him. Takes the snap. Cook's going to go on a route here. Lamar Jackson scrambles away, but he's going to slide well short of that first down marker, only for a gain of 5. It's going to bring up a 4th and 9. Opinion's going to have to punt this ball away. And that could be a big stop for the Big Ten Bengals. If the game goes as it looked like it's going to go, where there are not a lot of stops defensively, this could be a huge one here. Bradley Pinion out there to punt this ball away, try and flip field position. Punt is off, and it looks like it's going to land about the 30-yard line. It's going to be returned to about the 33-yard line, 32-yard line to Markham. Returned there by Stephon Diggs. And back into the field comes Tom Brady. Obviously, Tom Brady's last drive went extremely well. We'll see if they get anyone really involved here. Obviously, they had 3 different players caught passes last drive, but Stephon Diggs and Michael Thomas were included only at the very end of the last drive. Terry McLaurin, not at all. George Kittle is the player you got to watch here. He has easily been their offense right now. Under center is Tom Brady. Jonathan Taylor lined up behind him. He's going to go handoff to Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor has a huge hole. He's going to get it to run all the way down to the 47-yard line of the ACC Buccaneers. And just like that, Jonathan Taylor has him in ACC territory. And this was a big game for Jonathan Taylor because last game he was kind of stopped, just straight up stopped by the AAC. And the reason they won was because of Tom Brady and the passing offense. But Jonathan Taylor was not a big part of that victory. Here we go. 47-yard line, 2.5 minutes left in this first quarter. Let's see if Tom Brady can punch it in before the end of the first quarter. Shotgun, tight formation here. 1 tight end set. Ezekiel lined up beside him. He takes the snap. 4-man rush. He has some time. He fires it. Underneath, it's going to be caught by Stephon Diggs, but he only takes it out of bounds for a gain of about 3. Actually, 2 they mark him, so 2nd and 8 coming up. And Stephon Diggs not being the most productive target here early on. Only 3 catches for 13 yards. Again, George Kittle has been really the only guy offensively that's been able to find any kind of solid footing. Shotgun for Tom Brady once again. Zeke lined up beside him. He takes a snap, 4-man rush. Aaron Donald beats off the edge, but he's able to get it to Zeke for the first down. 10-yard gain there. And Tom Brady so far is perfect on the day. And I'm going to be interested to see how Aaron Donald fits into this game. Aaron Donald is their best ACC's best player. And obviously he's a great pass rusher. We'll see if the Big Ten offensive line is going to be able to hold up. Shotgun for Tom. Trips to the top of the set. They're going to go pass rush here. 4-man rush. He fires it quickly. It's going to be caught by Stephon Diggs for the first down and a little bit more to the 22-yard line. Brings up a 1st and 10 once again on this drive. And if you're the ACC Bucs, you just got to hope you can hold them to a field goal here. Obviously, the Big Ten Bengals stole possession here when the ACC punted it away. So we'll see if the ACC Buccaneers can stop him here. Under center with 2 tight ends is Tom Brady. They're going to go pass here. He has time. He fires it. It's going to be caught underneath by George Kittle, and he's going to take it up to the 16-yard line for about a 6-yard gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 4. About a minute left in this half. We'll see if the Big Ten Bengals punch it in. Actually, not half. I'm sorry, quarter. Minute left before the end of the quarter. See if maybe they can punch it in here before time is up on the quarter. And I'll see you back in the next episode. 2nd and 4 coming up, though. Trips to the top of the set. Under center is Tom Brady. Jonathan Taylor lined up behind him. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Jonathan Taylor in there to block. He has time. Eventually pressure, and he's going to have to throw that ball away. Pressure up the middle. Brings up a 3rd and 4. Big pressure off the middle. First time they actually got a pass rush on Tom Brady. That was important. Getting Tom Brady feeling a little bit more uncomfortable here. 3rd and 4 upcoming. 1 tight end set. Obviously, George Kittle. Looks like possibly a 3-man rush. Although could they bring someone off the edge? Takes the snap. 3-man rush. Draw to Zeke. And Zeke's going to be able to run it all the way down to the 3-yard line. 4-yard line. They mark him. That's going to be likely the last play of the first quarter. Big play there made by Zeke. Obviously, Zeke, weirdly enough, has been a big part of this game here playing early on. Him and Jonathan Taylor taking about equal snaps out of the backfield. I like how the Big Ten Bengals are utilizing both their backs here today. Obviously, they have 3 backs on their football team, but they're only utilizing 2 here. Melvin Gordon has yet to see the football field. But 18 seconds left. Let's see if they get one more snap off before the end of this quarter. 10 seconds left. Under center is Tom Brady. 2 tight end set. No one on Michael Thomas, I think. They're going to hand off to Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor is going to get stuffed for only a gain of 2. Anyways, everybody, this is GGB saying adios amigos and good luck to both these teams moving forward.